Here I have my EC2 instance up and running. It's a very basic instance. And if I go to my monitoring section and you find that CPU utilization is almost nil or there is not much utilization currently happening and there are no alarms configured, as you can see here, it is highlighted here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this instance ID, which might be needed to create my alarm. So in my CloudWatch dashboard, go ahead and create an alarm, and I'm going to choose an EC2 metric, and you see here it is filtering by the instance ID. If it is not there already, go ahead and put it and search for that instance and search for CPU utilization. Here we have that, and go ahead and click on next. So if that is not the instance ID, I'm just going to make sure that I'm searching for the one that I'm interested in. So that was the instance ID of the previous instance I was testing with. So let us go ahead and choose this one and go ahead and click on next. And I'm going to call this monitor as CPU monitor or this alarm. So let us go ahead and say CPU monitor. And here you see here what is the period. If you want to monitor or if you want your alarm to be very sensitive, go ahead and choose a 1 minute monitor. And let us use a statistic which calculates an average CPU utilization. So when do I want to trigger my alarm? Go ahead and put in the number that you are interested in. I want to say whenever my CPU utilization is above 51%, I want an alarm to be sent to me. And how often do I want to measure it? So I'm going to say 5 data points, and out of those 5 data points, even if 3 of them are more than 51%, I want to send an trigger or alarm to my email address. So for doing that, if you scroll down under actions, you will find that send notification, and I have set up an SNS topic, which is my L1 support team, and they will be getting an email whenever an alarm is triggered. So the final stage is to go ahead and create alarm. So since it is a very simple EC2 instance, we are not going to see any action happening unless we go ahead and do some activity in my EC2 instance, which will increase my CPU utilization. So for that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stress my CPU so that it will spike up above 50%. So I've connected to my EC2 instance, and the stop command will show me my average CPU utilization. You see here it is currently at 0%. So let us go ahead and trigger another command which is called as stress, which is going to really spike up my CPU. So if I go back here, and you'll see here it is slowly increasing from 37%. It has gone all the way to 100, and it is going to stay at 100 for close to about 5 minutes. So this should be enough to trigger our alarms. So let us go back to our EC2 dashboard and wait for a minute. So I'm going to keep an eye on my CPU utilization here. So let us open this chart here, and we should be able to see the graph spike up over here, and here as well. Left hand side you have a chart. Let me open that chart as well, and we should be able to see the numbers spiking up very soon. We can see here the graph is slowly rising, and if I go to my CloudWatch dashboard as well, if I maximize my screen, and the CPU utilization is slowly gradually rising. So it is a matter of time my alarm will get triggered here, because if you see here it is already above my red line, and I'm just waiting for a couple of more data points. So already one data point is out of or in other words, one data point is already high and more than 51% utilization. So just 2 more minutes and we should be able to see an alarm triggered in our dashboard. So there we go, you have an alarm triggered. If I go to my alarm history, I should be able to find that 2 of the next 2 data points also triggered to alarm. Here, if I see the history state, that is the alarm triggered. If I just go to the previous one, here you see here, the previous one says the alarm has been triggered. So that is how you set up a simple SNS notification. And for your CPU monitor, if I go to my email address, there will be an email from my CPU monitor which is now configured. And if I open it, it says that one of the last 5 data points is greater than or equal to the 51% utilization we have measured, and the period that we are measuring is every 60 seconds. So if you have any issues or trouble configuring your CPU monitor using CloudWatch monitors, let me know. I can help you through the chat option or the comment section. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.